Hi everyone, I am Brittany, owner of the Cosmic Lunar Soul. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today we're going to be doing another flip through, and today I have the Shaman's Dream Oracle. So this deck retails for $29.99. It is a Hay House deck, so if you subscribe to their newsletter, you can possibly get this on one of their $10 sale days. I purchased this on Amazon for $22.89 at the time of recording this video. So if you don't want to wait for a sale, you can get it a little bit cheaper on Amazon. If you are familiar with Hay House decks, you know that I really enjoy their boxes. This one is actually a little different. So let me go ahead, get the plastic off, and we can get started. Okay, so this deck is a 64 card deck. It includes the guidebook. It's illustrated by Jenna Della Grataglia. Hopefully I did not butcher that. And then it is, we have two authors, Alberto Villaldo, hopefully I said that right, and Colette Baron Reed. So this box is actually a little different. This is a flip top, flip tab, flip side. I don't know my box names. So there's actually only the name on the two sides instead of the short sides here, but that's fine. You know, I tend to like when the names are all around because I store my decks, it's like a Tetris game of storing my tarot decks. So on the back it gives a little information about the deck. 3-card example, pretty typical of Hay House to have the 3-card examples here. And then this says, we are all sacred dreamers, dreaming the world into being. What will you dream? So let's go ahead and look at more of the box. It flips open really wide. Usually it flips open like that, like I have boxes that do that, but I like that this flips open flat. The pattern of that like sort of universe galaxy feel is traveling all the way through to the inside of the box. And then it says again, we are all sacred dreamers, dreaming the world into being. So that is kind of the theme of this deck. But there are little things. There was a little like secret message: discover your true destiny as a dreamer. And that says the same thing on the other side. I just didn't expect it to say it on the opposite side. So here we have the guidebook. So if you saw my flip through of the Sacred Forest Oracle, the guidebook was thicker actually. So this is standard. This is a standard size guidebook. Let's pull this out. Ooh, I can't wait to look at these cards. I'm gonna go ahead and set them off to this side. So the box does have this to help you, this strap here to help you get the guidebook and the cards out. The galaxy theme transfers all the way into the inside of the box. I love that as an aerospace engineer. Any and all galaxy space themed images, I'm all for. So the box is actually fairly sturdy, especially once it's closed up. So if you'd like to travel with this, it would actually travel fairly well. I do think, in my personal opinion, that these magnetic flip boxes, you're more prone to the box opening if it catches on something. You see how, like, if it's just sliding around and it catches. So I recommend putting like a rubber band around it if you are traveling with this style of box. So the cards came in this paper wrap here. I'm going to set them off to the side. Let's go ahead and look at the guidebook. So Hay House is a pretty standard publishing company. The books are almost all structured in the same way. It's just how much information is included. So this one has a little less than the Sacred Forest Oracle, which explains why it was a beefier book. A message from the author, introduction, how to work with the deck. Very standard. If you've seen my Moonology and my Spellcasting Oracle, that's very standard. And then it gets into the cards. So there's a lot of card meanings though, so that there's a lot of that. let's go ahead and I'm gonna skip past the introduction, but it does break it up into the offering of an oracle, dreaming the world into being, which is a very reoccurring theme just across what I've seen so far. The power of symbols, and then how to work with this deck. This is really just, it's usually pretty standard fare, you know, how to ask questions, doing 1 card readings, 3 card readings, 4 card readings, that kind of thing. And then it just gets into the meaning of the card. So I'm going to just flip through randomly. We have the name of the card, a description of the meaning, like a very quick synopsis, and then it goes into an explanation. This is actually very simple. I believe in a lot of the decks there's usually like a message from spirit or message from the moon, or you know, whatever the theme of that deck is. So I'm shocked there's no like message from the universe kind of thing in this deck, or in this guidebook I should say. But not the end of the world. I generally with decks like this don't go for the guidebook anyway. It does give you enough information to help you tap into your intuition, find different messages that you might not have thought of originally. And yeah, let's go ahead and just start looking at the cards. Alright, we are back. So the flip through, I'm noticing that the cardstock is actually the right cardstock that I was expecting. When I did my flip through of the Sacred Forest Oracle, I said it felt thinner, and I wasn't sure, and it definitely is. It definitely is. So I really like this cardstock. It's the perfect thickness, I think, for this side card. The other one did feel a tad thin. but nothing that was too, you know, crazy. So this one is a 64 card deck, so it's a little bit beefier, but let's see how well it shuffles with more cards and being slightly thicker than these Sacred Forest. And of course, with my tiny hands, I'm struggling a little, but definitely harder to bridge. I bet once these get broken in a little bit, it won't be so terrible to rifle, which is just this part. But bridging might be a little hard, especially if I'm doing a lot of readings with this. I can definitely see getting hand fatigue. But it has that really great matte cardstock that Hay House is known for. So overhand shuffle, beautiful. And since these are a little thicker, I don't have as much trouble with the bend when you get to the end. It holds up very nicely to my meat grip. And then of course, if you have small hands like me, you can just do overhand like this. This is uncomfortable to me, but I know some people do find this to be a useful method when you have small hands. So it is a new deck, so keep that in mind, but this cardstock generally fans really well. Let me see if I can break it up a little more. See if we can get a good fan going. You generally can't get a good fan on a lot of decks until like quite a few sessions of shuffling, because even this is a little bit of a chunky fan, but you can see the difference between the first time I tried to fan it, of shuffling it a little more and then fanning it out now. So this will eventually be a good deck to fan, just not right away. You just gotta break it in a little bit. Let's talk about the artwork. Let's talk about the backs first. So the back is gorgeous. I don't know, I thought just looking online, I was like, oh, this is really busy, but it's really quite lovely. The colors are much richer, and I don't know if the camera's really capturing that. It never does, but it almost looks like it's glowing, like these lights or pearls or whatever seem like they're reflecting a light back at you. It's a very warm and intricate design, so I really appreciate it. Looking at the images though, this deck feels like a happy combination of spellcasting, the Spellcaster's Oracle and the Sacred Forest, and I think the three of them in combo could make for really, really, really awesome readings. And that's kind of my goal, is to combine them and kind of make a nice, well-rounded reading for my pick cards. But I like that you can see these like warm, fiery tones here, and then these pink, frilly, girly tones here, and there's just so much variety in that. And then we have those earthy tones as well. So you get a little bit of everything in this deck, and it being 64 cards, I would hope so. So guys, you'll have to let me know if you have this deck. If you do, how do you like to use it? How do you like to read with it? Do you combine it with any other decks that you have? Comment below and let me know. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys.